for more, we can speak to Firas Abi Ali. He's a senior analyst for the information firm IHS, focusing on Middle East and North Africa. Welcome to the programme. What precautions are the Iraqi forces taking in order to protect civilians? We know that 50,000 are still trapped. We're also hearing that they are being used as human shields.
Yeah, the Iraqis have put in some mechanisms so that civilians can reach out if they wanted to exit the city. These obviously are not fully effective. Part of the concern is that a lot of the people that remain in Fallujah would be members of families of people who are fighting for the Islamic State and would be potentially supportive of the Islamic State. And so the Iraqis are treating them with a high degree of suspicion. On the other side, on the Islamic State's part, they are doing their best to not allow civilians to exit because they benefit from their presence in forcing that government to use less aerial bombardment, less artillery against them.
We're also hearing that the military has secured the city's perimeter. Are the airstrikes helping in this fight against Daesh?
Yes, of course. The Islamic State style is to deploy very heavy numbers of IEDs and to use small units of snipers. The intention is to inflict the maximum amount of casualties on any attacking force and to delay it as much as possible. In this kind of context, using bombardment, be it through artillery or from the air, helps neutralize the advantages that the Islamic State exploits.
And what sort of impact is this going to have in terms of morale for Daesh if Fallujah is recaptured? I mean, is it too soon to say that it's collapsed?
I think that what we are seeing is more likely to be a retrenchment rather than a collapse. I think that some of the areas that have been vacated by the Islamic State are less built up, are harder to defend, given the tactics that they utilize. And so this is part of the explanation as to why the front line moved relatively quickly. I think that in terms of the expectation that the city would fall soon, this might well be premature. ISIS can impose a pretty high cost on the attackers, and this is in fact their intention. This is the last major center that they control in Anbar province. It's a very important location. There are other smaller areas still within their control, but the capture of Fallujah would mean that the Anbar insurgency has really been dealt a very decisive blow, and ISIS would want to fend that off and delay that.
Okay, Firas Abi Ali, thank you very much for joining us.